on stage to talk about the ethical use of AI to look for unconscious bias in performance review.
AI, as I understand it, Mike, can build in bias itself because a human being programmed it. And AI can come along and have prejudice.
AI is a computer system that can learn from experience by discerning patterns in data fed to it and thereby make decisions.
But data fed to it, that has to be...
Yeah, so let's break it down. Show me a party. And if the only photos that was ever fed to it were groups of white people together in groups, it could understand a party is only white people together. Then literally there could be billions of people around the world who could be excluded from that algorithm's understanding of what it is to be at a party. And so being conscious of where AI is smart and where it is not smart by human standards, I think is the starting place for understanding where the trouble may reside, and therefore, what do we do about it?
Well, we want to talk about AI as it relates to diversity and inclusion. So Virginia, this is your field, you're our expert. Just give us some examples of the hidden bias that you're finding.
Oftentimes, men are evaluated on potential. And you see a lot of comments around, he has potential and therefore he should advance. And when it relates to women or people of color, you see a lot of comments around performance. Like this is what the performance was. There are less opportunities to look at like the potential. We'll see a great comment and then it'll say, comma, even though, right, or but. And so we'll see she's an excellent lawyer, but she's an excellent lawyer despite the fact that she is a working mother and has 3 children at home. And so people are trying to be benevolent, right? They think it's a compliment. And so what we want to teach them and what we wanted to teach the software is that that comment should stop, right? And she's an excellent lawyer, right?
Is there a program already? Will there be? Is it your ambition to create a way for AI to recognize its own bias and correct it? Is that too hard?
Yeah, no, I think that's actually a reasonable problem set. I mean, because if you define it as, it's done in 10 days. I heard 10 days from one engineer in the corner. If you define bias in that respect as, you have two equal data sets where you should have 2 equal representations of some output, let's say, like a equity of an opportunity or a promotion, if we're using the case here about performance, there is no reason why you couldn't have a checkpoint AI that observes that data separately from maybe the output algorithm and says, in fact, I've detected that the outputs here are flawed, and they're flawed for these reasons. So I don't think that's an impossibility at all.
What do you think?
I trust him.
Whatever he said.
You were fabulous. Thank you so much. You are inspiring.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Virginia. And thank you to all of you for